What do you think, bud? What do you think? River rats, I think Skip believes that if I don't catch fish out of this boat, it's not the boat's fault. But I'm super stoked about it, and I'm going to show you a few things. So let's go. Old Skip's running hot laps up and down the beach, but this is the 2024 SeaArk Protege. Maybe it's 2023. No, I think it's 2024. Anyway, I don't think there's any changes in the design of it other than the number they put on it, but it's a sweet rig. I'll start at the front and go to the back, and I'll kind of explain why I picked this boat and didn't go with a different boat and decided to get rid of my old boat. First off, my old boat was sweet. It's still sweet. Ended up trading it in, and I'm gonna miss that thing quite a bit. There are some things that boat did that no other boat I've ever came across can do. It goes, people say, oh, this rig will go through, Skip. This rig will go through 3 inches water. That thing really would go through 3 inches water, 2 inches even, if you're going into the current. The tunnel jet and the wide bottom of the boat and the fact that it was completely flat made it a shallow water machine that I'm gonna wish I had at certain points of times, even more so than any other jet I've ever been in. But the problem with it, as good as it was at that, it wasn't very good at anything else. It didn't handle rough water very well. It didn't have a live well. Those are the two main things, really. And then the top end speed on the jet wasn't great. But this boat, it answers all those things. It's got good top end speed, ripped around going 45, no problem, seeing as high as 47, 48. They say it'll do 50. I got to play around with the jack plate and the trim and maybe the prop and all that stuff to get that top end. And I'm not going to pretend like I'm the most educated with, a big boat with a motor this size. But so I got some things to learn there. But 47, 45, no problem. The shallow water performance is still pretty good. It's got a jack plate. It's got a 15-degree hole, so it does draft a little bit of water, but not too bad. I can still get around in 1.5 feet. Definitely 2 feet, no problem. I don't like to because I don't want that prop to touch the bottom, but it can be done. It's been done so far. And then it's got a giant 80-gallon live well, which I could hide in it. I'm not going to because I'm really claustrophobic, but if I was playing hide and go seek and was really motivated to try to win, we could possibly give it a try. Yeah, that's why I went with this model of boat, and it's aluminum, all aluminum. You can park it on the bank and not think too much about it. It's real durable and real heavy gauge aluminum. But yeah, so all them things why I went with this rig, and I'll show you some of the cool little features, add-on stuff that I've done to it, stuff that my buddy Seth did to it. He did the bulk of it. This thing got rigged quick, and big appreciation to Seth. He runs a boat, a boat rigging business, and we just happen to fish tournaments together. So,
hey everybody, my name's Seth McElhoe. I do a little boat work on the side, and Spencer just happens to be my tournament partner, and I didn't want to fish out of a piece of junk, so I figured I'd fix up his new SeaArk Protege the best I could, and we got her all rigged up. She's ready to go fish anywhere in the country now.
But yeah, we'll start at the front, work our way into the boat. Skip's still down the bank, probably chewing on a dead fish or something. Same trolling motor on my old boat, Minn Kota Terova 112. Went with the 112 because, I like to have that type of power for spot lock, for bumping and all that stuff, and you're not going to drain your batteries as quick as a 24 volt. If you're not in heavy current, it's not necessary, but I like to fish big rivers, hence the name River Certified. We're actually on a big river right now, and little rivers as far as that goes. You can run it all day. Seriously, run it more than a day on a 36 volt system. I got 36 volt lithium, amped outdoor lithiums. They are sweet. Yeah, like I said, I can run it. It's got 10 powers. I can run it really high for over a day on that system. And I'm talking like Mississippi, Missouri River type currents all day. And yeah, and it'd still be good to start the next day. Don't have to because they charge really fast, which is a nice byproduct of all of that. Yeah, it's a super sweet system. It makes you don't have to pull anchor quite as much. There's still times where I like to anchor, especially when you're fishing around timber, but the rest of it, yeah, saves your shoulders, saves your back. Unless you want that exercise, which I'd rather just go lift weights. Seth put a light bar on the front. It's on a multi-bar mount. Pretty much all the mounts, actually all the mounts for sure in the boat are multi-bars. I did a little walkthrough of their facility, and they do some real, I mean, it's pretty darn cool. They make a really cool mount. I mean, not all mounts are created equal. These are like super duper adjustable. That's and then not only are they adjustable, they're super duper strong on top of that. So you can put them in any position you want, whether you're mounting lights, a fish finder, or the one they started with was rod racks. You can put it any angle, any configuration you want, and they are rock solid. So you don't have to worry about a fish smacking a rod and them, you know, folding over or anything like that. They're about as durable as you come. So yeah, all the mounts, multi-bar mounts. Got an anchor locker up here, and then there's a dog. Anchor locker up here. Obviously there's anchors in there. Cast net, got 4 life jackets, dock, rope, zip ties for the anchor because I got a breakaway. It's a never lost breakaway anchor. And then this is a tackle web that holds those there. So it's, I don't know, I actually kind of really love that I'm all about efficiency. So to have zip ties right by the anchor, I just, yeah, love that. Got a storage compartment here. It's full of junk. Not that much junk. Crocs. You never know when you'll need Crocs. Toolbox with all tools. Blue towels for wiping down windshield and whatnot. I got a few planer boards. I got more in the back. And then, you know, propane for the heater. Shad stuff. That's pretty much it there. Got some brush grippers on, I guess, on the tackle web there. Walk through windshield. Love this thing. Lived the tiller life my whole life. This is my first boat ever with a console, with a windshield, and I feel pampered. But yeah, here's the dash. Got digital gauges. Decided to do that so I didn't have to worry about them not working. These are my talons. This is a Lowrance HDS 12 Live, I think. It's on a multi-bar mount too, and I got the same thing back here on another multi-bar mount with Active Target 2. I'm not sure how I'm going to use that yet. I've been playing around with it quite a bit. It's really interesting. You learn a lot about fish, which is fun. It's not as much cheating as some people say. It's actually kind of frustrating when you see all the fish and then they don't eat your bait. So those are the fish finders. I got a Bimini. Has a full enclosure to go along with it, which is pretty stinking awesome. Went with Millennium seats. They're comfortable, and this does sit outside a little bit, so they don't hold any moisture and they dry out really quick, which is nice. Also have the trash bag right here. You know, it's the best 20 bucks you'll ever spend on a boat. I think it's a Trash Trapper. I don't know. I don't even think they make the black one anymore, but I love it. Bait rags here. Life jackets here. And that's watertight, so they don't get moisture in there and then blow up, which I've had happen before. That compartment is not watertight, so I have a watertight compartment here. The glove box is, though, and it's giant. There's a pile of stuff in there that I need to organize better. Still working through the kinks on that. Skip! Skip! I need to find my dog. All right, we found Skip. He ran a long ways away. He found a shad to eat. All right, back to the boat. So yeah, glove compartment's messy. I have tackle down here and all my soft plastics and stuff like that. It's kind of a catch-all. And I suppose you could store stuff under there too if you wanted. I haven't yet, and I kind of trying to keep things minimal. I'm actually trying to figure out ways to get stuff out of the boat. These are handy storage things though right here that I used on my old boat and love on this. Tackle webs. They bungee to the back of Millennium seats, and I keep like my drifting weights and stuff in here, and rattles and floats. And then over here, oh, that's Skip's dog bone. Over here, Skip, you want your bone? You want your bone? It's like it's not as good as the gross dead fish carcasses on the bank. Anyway, I got like fillet knives, floats, stuff like that in that one. Rod storage, there's no rod lockers on this one, which my old boat had a rod locker, so I'm still trying to figure out the best way of going about that. I do miss that storage a little bit, but I love the open floor plan. Like when there's no seats back here, there's tons of room. I can fit a cot right here. I'm about 6 foot, and my cot that works for me fits right there perfect. So I can camp inside an enclosure when it's cold and still have rods out the back. It's just pretty much, if I want to treat it this way, it's pretty much a mobile tent. So spending time on the water is more comfortable, more enjoyable, and especially long periods of time, like long camping trips and stuff like that. This boat's definitely set up for it. All the rod holders are smack down. I got 10 of them. Got 10 of them on here. So on the rail, 2 on the rail back here, 2 on the rail up front, and then 6 on the multi-bar rod rack right here. Grips hang there. My cooler, same bait cooler. I got a super sweet custom bait board. That was Seth's idea. Obviously you can tell it's gross and nasty, and this is why I normally don't get nice things. But it's the thought that counts, and it's a cool bait board. Got 2 12-foot talons, 200 horse Suzuki. Got wave whackers. Sometimes, seaarks have issues with water coming over the back at times. So this should help with that. Anyway, get these rods out of the way. Show you the live well. Yeah, 80-gallon live well. I got my big planer boards in there, and I got 2 drift socks in there at the moment. Things that get wet, I'll leave them in there. When I remember, I will drain all that water out there so they're not always sitting in water, but I keep forgetting. Oh, don't fall in there, bud. Got the easy clips, I think, the culling system. Phil Brown makes these. I'll link these in the description too. They're slick little idea. So when you're in a tournament, you weigh your fish, you clip that on their fin, and then orange weighs X amount, red weighs a different, green's a different one. That way it's easy to cull them, faster to cull them. You don't have to think as much. And it works, that design works really good for catfish who have the big blubber lips. But that's pretty much all I can think of. It's a pretty bad to the bone rig. If you ever book a guide trip, this will be the boat you'll be fishing out of. It's cruise is good, it's comfortable, ride's pretty nice for an aluminum boat, and it's just a fun all-around boat that, I don't know, it's an effective, efficient, comfortable fishing machine that can do a lot of things. And that's what I was looking for. So fits the mold there. I mean, new boats aren't cheap, but as far as, new tournament-ready catfishing boats, it's about as affordable as you're going to get. Not that the word boat and affordable should go in the same sentence, unless you're saying not affordable. But CARC does a pretty good job in that regard to making a boat that isn't like $100,000. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that walkthrough. If you did, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll answer them. I try to get to as many comments as possible. Skip, are you eating the shad again? The answer to that question is yes. Yeah, I've spent quite a bit of time in it, and I'm excited to spend more and more time on it. Got 14 hours on the motor, fished quite a bit. Boat record stands at 74, and it didn't take long to get there. I'm hoping that means the boat's good luck. And I'll take all the luck I can get for tournament fishing and just fishing in general. But, man, I've talked a lot. Whew. Believe it or not, I don't talk non-stop. I just edit my videos in a way that, includes a lot of commentary. But So I'm talked out. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Appreciate the heck out of you taking time to watch. Hope you catch a giant.